Now we're ready to do the comparisons. We're going to use room temperature, cooked, and frozen liver. And in that last video, the temperature ended up going all the way up to 94 degrees. So we're going to start by repeating our room temperature one, just so we have it for a comparison. Here's our peroxide. So again, you can see it is making bubbles. The temperature is going up. I will pause the video and I'll give this a few minutes to react, and then I'll show you the end result. So here we are, a couple minutes have gone by. You can see the cup is pretty full of bubbles and our temperature is up to 94. Okay, so now, oh, there we go, 95. We'll go ahead and we'll get ready to do the cooked liver. Okay, and the temperature there is still going up, but you get the point. It makes lots of bubbles and it gets hot. So now we will go ahead and see what happens with the cooked liver. Give our thermometer a minute to come back down. The thermometer is back down to room temperature, so now we will add peroxide to the cooked liver. Not much happening there. There's a few bubbles, not very many. Temperature isn't really changing. And if you compare the cooked liver to the room temperature, look at the difference in bubbles. The room temperature, the cup is full of bubbles. The cooked one is just barely making a few. And we have no rise in temperature on the cooked liver. So remember, this liver was in boiling water. Although it's not 212 degrees now, it was 212 degrees a few minutes ago. Okay, now we'll move on to frozen liver. So I just grabbed this out of the freezer. We'll flip that down so it's in the peroxide. Okay, there you go. Getting some bubbles. Not nearly as many as the room temperature, but certainly more than the cooked. No change in temperature yet, but we'll give it a few minutes. Okay, so a little bit, up to 71. I'll go ahead and pause it and give it a few minutes to react. So a few minutes have gone by, and here's the state of our frozen liver. You have some bubbles in there, but certainly not filling the cup, and the temperature has gone up to 75. So let's go ahead and give you another look here to compare these three cups. We have our room temperature liver, filled the cup with bubbles, got to almost 100 degrees. The cooked liver made a few bubbles. A lot of times when we do this in class, there's no reaction at all. It just sits there. I maybe didn't quite cook this all the way through, but if it's fully cooked, there would be absolutely no reaction. And the frozen one is having a little bit of a reaction, but not nearly as much as the room temperature one. So use what you know about enzymes and what affects their rate of reaction. And this is in your notes and it's in your book.